Hey y'all, so my dad called the other day and he wanted the whole family to come over for dinner on Sunday, and guess who was voluntold to cook? That's right, I said voluntold to cook. Me. Okay, so I decided to make some Escovitch fish. Escovitch fish, for those of you who don't know, is basically fried fish with pickled vegetables on top, like carrots, onions, peppers, etc. So I went to the international market. I got this beautiful red snapper, and they were great at the market because they cleaned, gutted, and scaled the fish for me, so I didn't have to do much work, thank God. I just had to wash and clean them with some lime. I also got some salmon because my 1-year-old niece and my 4-year-old nephew were coming over, and the Escovitch would be a little bit too spicy for them, so I just decided to make them some salmon bites and just bake them in the oven. I seasoned them with a little bit of lime, and then I added some Badia Complete Seasoning, the tropical flavor to it, the one that has the lime in it, and I just kind of set it to the side to marinate. There's my nephew right there, my 4-year-old nephew, Callie Breeze. What's up, shorty? He was my sous chef for the day. And then I went on next to prepare my rice. So here I'm just cleaning my rice. Sorry for all the angles, y'all. I'm not in my home kitchen. I'm at my dad's kitchen, as you can see. So the angle's gonna be a little bit, different, okay? But I try to make it do what it did. So now I'm seasoning the water for my rice and peas. I have in that pan some butter, bay leaves, a whole scallion, some peppercorn, a scotch bonnet, a whole scotch bonnet. Do not cut it, it'll be too spicy. But if you just leave it whole, it will add some flavor. Then I add some salt, and then I add my kidney beans. Now, typically when I make rice and peas, I like to use gungo peas. In Jamaica, they call them gungo peas, but it's really just pigeon peas, but I couldn't find them, so I just use kidney beans, which is what traditionally you'll find if you go to a Jamaican restaurant in your rice and peas. So now I'm adding my rice after I've added everything else, and now I'm adding some chicken bouillon to add some additional flavor to my rice and peas, and I just let that simmer on low heat for about 20 minutes, uncovered. And now I am making the seasoning for my Escovitch fish. Here I have the Badia Complete Season tropical flavor, the spicy tropical flavor. I also add some jerk seasoning, some paprika, some garlic powder, onion powder, and some no salt Creole seasoning. You don't want to use too many seasoning with too much salt in it, because you're going to really generously season your fish, like really generously season your fish. Before I season it, I always rub my fish down with some lime. It helps coat the fish better. And then I go to town. When I say generously, I mean in the cavity, under the mouth, in between, all around. Any place that I can season, I'm seasoning. That thing should be really, really well coated. And you want to do that for all your fish. Again, rubbing the lime on it. Rubbing the lime on the fish is not required. I just do it because it helps it coat it better. Now I'm preparing my oil. While the oil is heating up, I am also making my go-to side. Y'all may see me make this tons of time, but it's fried cabbage. You can't go wrong with it. Now I'm cutting up the onions for my pickled vegetables. There's my little sous chef there trying to play with the peels. He's supposed to be taking them to the trash. I don't know what Callie's doing. I'm cutting up my onions for my Escovitch here, which will go into a pan later, be sauteed down, and then simmer in some vinegar. Now I have my oil. So for the oil you're going to cook the fish in, you want to drop one whole scotch bonnet. Do not cut the scotch bonnet open. If you do, it's going to make your oil burning hot, not in temperature, not like heat wise, but like to taste. It's going to make your food real spicy. So you want to season your oil while it's warming up with this whole scotch bonnet and like 2 or 3, maybe a handful of peppercorn, because it'll season your oil for your fish. While I'm waiting for that oil to heat up, I just toss my salmon bites, which I put in the oven. I couldn't find my dad's air fryer, so I just put it in the oven. I tossed it in like a sweet chili sauce. Some of them I left plain, but some of them I tossed in the sweet chili sauce. Now I'm dropping my fish in the oil. And when you drop the fish in the oil, you want the oil to be piping hot. But immediately after you drop it in, you want to turn the temperature down to about 7 out of 10. You want to let it cook for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side, depending on how your stove works. Now, in this pan, this is the Escovitch. I saute the carrots and the onions, and then I pour some vinegar, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of sugar, and a peppercorn, and a scotch bonnet in a pan. I let it simmer down, and that is the pickled vegetables that goes over top of the fish. So, all in all, I ended up with my sweet chili salmon bites, my rice and peas, my fried fish, and then my sauteed cabbage, and then the Escovitch.
Okay, it's done.